My next guest is I have two guests sitting in with us now. Paula Montgomery, the Director of Community Engagement for the New Bedford Zoological Society, and Lauren Houle, who's the Event Manager for the Zoological Society. And they're here to talk about an upcoming event, which is happening on August 10th. But first, we should talk about, I think, your newest exhibit, Paula. There was a spectacular opening for the new exhibit at the zoo, Rainforests, Rivers, and...
Reefs.
What is it?
Reefs.
Reefs, that's right.
The oceans around the world.
Here.
That's
Feefs.
Okay. You got feast on the brain.
Yeah. New exhibits are important, aren't they?
They're incredibly important. And you may, when we were on your show about a month or so ago talking about the upcoming opening for Rainforest, Rivers, and Reefs, Keith and I both talked about the idea of how zoos really do continuously bring new exhibits. And for the Buttonwood Park Zoo, unfortunately, this is the first new exhibit in 17 years from when the zoo was redeveloped back in 2000 or reopened back in 2000. And but now, under the new master plan that we unveiled in August of 2016, you'll be seeing new things happening almost yearly, and sometimes 2 to 3 things within 1 year. And what that does for the zoo is it gives reason for people to come back on a regular basis. People are already coming back to the zoo all the time, because who doesn't love to come and visit our animals, ride the train, the carousel, all the great things that are happening. But that's really a wonderful business plan as well for the zoo. But Rainforests and Rivers and Reefs opened officially to the public last Saturday, and the reviews have been amazing. People are just really, really blown away by what we have achieved in terms of a new exhibit, but also I think the messaging behind why these species are here, and that's the conservation message.
All right. You have a significant fundraiser coming up later this month, and not too far away, actually. Lauren, why don't you talk about it? What is it, and when is it?
Yes, we actually have our upcoming Feast in the Wild event, which supports the Buttonwood Park Zoological Society, and it's next week. It's a tasting event, so it features local restaurants and eateries. They come in and bring a signature dish of their choice. And the participants can come, they get to roam the zoo, experience all the great things that are happening there, as well as tasting some delicious bites from various restaurants. We also have the cocktail guru coming, and he is coordinating some craft cocktails for us, so he'll be doing tastings of those as well. They'll be inspired by the new Rainforest, Rivers, and Reefs habitats. We also have the Red-Handed Band will be playing. So you can come, you can dance, you get the cocktails. It's going to be a really fun event. So if you like to eat, if you like to have a cocktail, you like to dance, you like to have fun, you like to experience animal encounters, then Feast in the Wild is where you want to be. It's Thursday, August 10th. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. And you can buy tickets right on the bpzoo.org website, or a better option is you can come right down to the Buttonwood Park Zoo, experience the new things that are happening there, and stop by the Northwoods gift shop, and you can buy some tickets on site.
Look, fundraising never ends. We talked with Paula about that the last time. This is going to be on the zoo premises for people 21 and over.
Yes.
And but it's there's fundraisers directed towards families and young kids and maybe a little older kids, but the fact is this one's for adults, and it's a chance to, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but to open up the zoo to people who may not go to the zoo all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's one of the things that you're finding with some of the adult events that we're bringing in. Again, Lauren, this is her area. But we are exposing the zoo to a demographic that hasn't been to the zoo in a while, because either they themselves have not started their own families yet, and it's been years since they've been there. And one of the things that we're hearing, through Brew at the Zoo, Feast in the Wild, our Halloween event called Houle, is people saying, wow, I have not been to the zoo since I was a kid, and oh my gosh, how much has it changed? And now it has changed a lot. And what they're doing now, hopefully, is we're instilling in them that this is a place for you to come now, but also when they start to have families. So it's been a great way to engage those of us who grew up around here and loved the zoo when we were kids.
Lauren, a lot of tickets left. How you doing with ticket sales?
We're doing good with tickets, but we do have some available, and so there's still time to grab those tickets. And we have some good restaurants that are going to be featured. If you want to check out the Black Whale.
Tell us a few.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have the Black Whale coming. We have Greasy Luck Brewery. We have Dorothy Cox. We have Destination Soups, Carmine's, Brewfish Bar and Eatery, Mike's Restaurant. We have some great desserts that are coming as well, like Pink Box Desserts. We also have Oxford Creamery serving up some of their delicious ice cream. Black Tie Cookies, who has recently moved to the Dartmouth area, as well as Sid Wainer and Son. They're doing a cheese and charcuterie sampling, which is always a favorite. And some caterers as well, like Russell Moore Catering and Naughty Pine Catering will be featured too. So it's a really great mix of some different kind. You can get some savory food, some sweet food, really for everyone. It's a good menu that's diverse.
You're listening to Townsquare Sunday. My guest, Paula Montgomery of the New Bedford Zoological Society, and Lauren Houle, who's the event manager and is in charge of Feast in the Wild, which is coming up August 10th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Paula, this one directed to you. Has there been any recent surveying of people who visit the zoo? What do they like? What do they like change? Any suggestions they're making?
Jim, I didn't even feed you this question, but it's a fabulous question because it's very funny that you're asking. We are working right now with a grad student from Harvard University who is working on some data for us, has been at the zoo surveying our guests on a number of different things. Two real surveys going on right now. One sort of a visitor experience survey to find out those things that you were just asking. What do people want to see? How are they interpreting our messaging? Are we helping them to learn about whether it be the species or whether it be conservation or all the different things that we're doing? Is the messaging getting through? And then the other piece of it is really what are you liking about rainforest, rivers, and reefs? And again, did you understand the messaging? Do you feel a little bit more educated about the plight of some of the species that we've brought in and things like that? So funny timing for that question, but yes, we are currently, just yesterday, the survey went out to over 2,000 members. So if our members are listening, please open that email that says we want to hear from you. And it's a very short survey, but it is really important, Jim, to understand what our guests who keep us going all year round really want to see, what they're getting out of their visits from the zoo, and how we can make their experience even better.
Absolutely. Surveying it's the best way to do it. I mean,
Absolutely.
To find out what people are thinking about the zoo. If somebody's had a maybe not so great experience, you want to hear from them too.
Absolutely.
And this is their chance. I can't imagine there are too many people who have a not so good experience.
We hope not.
But anyway. So how do you get to work at the zoo? How do you do that?
If
you're an animal caretaker.
Well, there's a lot of different ways. I mean, well, if you're there's a lot of ways to work there for free.
Yeah. Volunteers.
We've got a wonderful, wonderful volunteer and internship program, seriously, especially for students who might be studying animal care, zoological, veterinary care. This was the first summer that we introduced our full-time veterinary staff introduced a vet internship program, and we have had students flying in from Pennsylvania, from California for a 3-week very hands-on, intense internship program, but all of those students are on their way to vet school. So this was our first summer with that, where we've had amazing success with it. But in terms of working at the zoo, you have to have a background in animal care, marine biology. As you can imagine, the positions don't come open that often because people love working there, which is great. And for Lauren and I, for working for the Zoological Society, we have expanded our staff in the last year since I've joined last May. With Lauren's position was started right before mine, with the event manager, really trying to grow our events. My position really developing the community and fundraising as well. So there's lots of different things happening, but the positions don't open that much unless you're summer help further.
Sure. Well, some of that.
Oh, and we need that. And actually, a lot of our summer folks do tend to come on board or stay with us year-round and come back the following summer if they are students.
That's great. So what let's talk one more time a little about this, because I know you came in here to really talk about this. This is an event. It's a social event, but you can get to see the displays. You can walk around and enjoy the animals who might be out at that time of night, 6 to 10.
Yeah, that's the nice benefit of this event, because it's 21 plus, so you get to experience the zoo and all the zoo habitats with a more adult crowd and kind of an adult outlook. But everything will be available for people to peruse the zoo. So it's not only just a fun event for you with your friends, but it can be just a wonderful experience to see what's happening at the zoo. And I would like to know that this event would not be possible without some of the local support, and we have some great sponsors that not only come on to this event, but support us in so many other different ways. So I'd just like to mention Hawthorne Medical, Bank of America, as well as Sylvia Group, Cove Pediatrics, Brightman Corporation, and Southeastern New England Dental Group as some of our wonderful local contributors.
Need sponsors. These things do not happen without sponsors, that's for sure. Okay, so one more time, tell us.
So one more time about Feast in the Wild. Again, this is our 5th annual of this event. So Feast in the Wild, it's going to be Thursday, August 10th, 6 to 10 p.m. It's a tasting event, so signature tastings, as well as cocktail tastings. We'll have cocktail presentations and the Red Handed Band there for entertainment, dancing, or just kind of listening to what's the musical entertainment. The tickets can be purchased on bpzoo.org or directly in the Northwoods gift shop at the zoo.
And you can see the latest exhibit at the zoo, Rainforest, Rivers, and Reefs. And the monkeys don't go to bed 7, 8 o'clock?
But the monkeys do go to bed. They are definitely early to bed. So we'll see whether or not the monkeys are cooperating or interested, I guess I should say, in our guests that night. But we do hope that some of them stay up a little bit late and can show represent the species that they are to our guests, and really just have our guests take in that full exhibit, because it really is spectacular. And
you've had a turnout, I know, last Saturday, but you're still getting some lines there of people?
Well, we have had some very good lines of folks wanting to get in and see the exhibit. We did a special VIP on Thursday night, and then on Friday we did a preview for only our members of the opening weekend, and then Saturday and Sunday we had lots of lines waiting for folks to get in. So we are so excited that people are coming out to see this exhibit, and can't wait for people to keep coming back, because that's what we're hearing is people saying, "Oh my God, I keep coming back," because every time you walk through that building, you're seeing things that you may not have seen, because all of the exhibits are mixed species.
Well, I would like to thank both of you for coming in. This is always a pleasure to see you, Paula and Lauren. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And
good luck with the fundraiser. The Buttonwood Park Zoo is an important part of this community. It's wonderful that it's doing so well. Thank you both.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
All right. That wraps up this week's Townsquare Sunday program. This program doesn't happen without two people, Jason Kent, the production director here at WBSM, and Casey Sylvia, a digital producer who makes sure the interviews are posted on our website, WBSM.com, and the station's Facebook page. Thanks to both. That's it for this week. Join us again next week at 6 a.m. for Townsquare Sunday. Until then, have a great week and a wonderful Sunday.